Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So today I want to talk about effing around and finding out. You know, this world is already difficult as it is, and we have people who like to play mind games. Could be someone you're with. It could be someone you wish you had the guts to be with, but you don't. So you make up these rumors that like you've been with this person and they're this way in bed, and you make up all these different scenarios in your mind, and it really distorts the person who you haven't really been with. So what happens when that immature action is found out by the person you've been talking about? It doesn't set real good. So that person has a choice to be a fool and keep holding on and telling themselves that it's not really true, that there were other issues that made him or her do that. And they suffer in silence. Why would anybody do that? They do that because they're hurt inside and they haven't got their healing. Hurt people do hurt people. And, well, I've experienced a lot regarding that. And nobody is immune from pain. Nobody is immune from someone else hurting them. What that person can do is rise above all the chit-chat, all the handpecking, all the backbiting, all the backstabbing, and just keep it moving. You know, that person might leave behind people that they really cared for, but they were caring but not getting anything in return. When it comes down to it, even that person saying things about this person they've never been with. Maybe that person really cared for that person, if you follow me. If person A, in other words, has a lot of baggage and they don't think they're strong enough for person B, they don't think they have what it takes to handle person B in the way that person B wants to be handled. So because person A feels like he or she can't do that, and they want to portray to the rest of the world that they can do that, that's where the stories come in. So person B has to decide, what's my worth? Well, you kind of get your answer there, right? You either stay in there and take that kind of abuse and hope that things change, or you take the proper steps to change your life so that you're not around that. You know, on the other hand, you know, God says forgive. Forgive. This is really your person. He or she hasn't matured yet. He or she still has lessons to learn. Okay. Person B says, all right, God, but I have my self-worth, that you value me the way I value you. And person A doesn't value me the way you value me. And person A can't even, because they don't value themselves. So you can forgive and move on. And hopefully one day they can catch up. But don't hold your breath, because you might be a really old person waiting around for something that's never going to happen. So then God says, I want you to have faith in the situation. I want you to believe that what I promised you, I will give you. This is your person. You just have to be patient. What it comes down to is, if person A doesn't have God within them, then person B, who has God within them, all they could do is pray for person A and keep living their life and not holding on and not waiting around and not putting, person B cannot put themselves on hold for person A. And the bottom line is if persons A can't make the decision, they can't choose, they can't just be true within themselves, then person B cannot expect person A to be truthful with person B. So you see, there's a lot of different things that can really make a friendship or kill a friendship. It could make a relationship or kill a relationship. But it's all choices. If you choose not to do anything, then person A and person B are both in limbo. Person A might be continuing to live their life, searching for that one that fits all the parameters that he sees in person B. But the fact remains is, God only made one person B, just like God only made one person A. Person A could search the whole world and never find someone that could match the energy of person B, and vice versa. So then person B says, I've waited so long, God. I feel like it's absorbing my life. I feel like my energy is decreasing because I'm putting so much energy out that's not being returned to me. I have to let it go, and I have to be all right being without person A for the rest of my life. So person B put in a request to God. God, person A is not stepping up. So I need A1, the next one, the next A for me. And in a way it is settling, but God is choosing that person, so it's not settling. And person B is able to move forward, while person A is still stuck, never being able to make a decision. Person A will spend the rest of their life wondering, what if I would have just said something? What if I would have just done something about it? Would that person be in my life? When person A knows that person B is the right one for them, they keep denying. And if God chooses person A to be with person B, and person B to be with person A, Person A is denying B. In essence, person A is denying God. Because if God chose these two to be together, he's not only rejecting his real, true partner, the true love of his life, he's also rejecting God. Therefore, God can't let him come into my life or person B's life. Because of the rejection. You can't reject God. You can't reject God's gift. You can, but you're then choosing to be on the opposite side of God. You see, there's like a little fence line. He's got you up on the fence to get you to come over. But when you reject him, he puts you back over on the other side, and he raises that fence. There's no passage for you. Not until you seek him. And person B, myself, or it could be others who are experiencing this right now, they're free to move forward. They're free to still put God first in their life. They're still free to love. They're still free to search for their own happiness without person A. And for person A, there's only one way to get back to person B, and that's through God. You can't pick up the phone and call person B and say, I want you back. God won't even let the call go through. And that's actually, I experienced that with my second husband. God didn't let any of his calls come through to me. I got calls from other people, but never him. That was God's sign saying, enough is enough. And if he was standing here in front of me today and he wanted to be truthful about it, he would tell you the story about us working together, and we were up near the North Shore, and we knew that I couldn't take any of his calls. But he thought that I was just like blocking him or something. I don't know what really he thought, but we were way on the north side. So on Oahu, the main tower's like right in downtown Honolulu. And all of a sudden, this 800 number came through as we were, like I said, near the North Shore. And so whatever's 800 number, I hung up. I told Chris, I said, try to call me. He tried to call me, it came through. And as soon as we made that turn kind of around this little mountain, I said, try to call me again. And he's like, it went straight to answering service. So, for me, like I said, this is my truth, that I know that other people are going through it, because there's 144,000 of us who are supposed to join to change the world, to help the world shift. And, if my David chooses to stay on that side of the fence, there's nothing I can do for him. I can only pray. He's not even under my protection. And I say my protection because my grandma protects me. My grandma holds high places in heaven. I promised God I would do my best to do this work. And I would do my best not to fail. So God grants me, because of my promise to him and his promise to me, that whoever is in my life who is truly for me will have the same protection that I have. And I can't make someone move when they don't feel like they can for whatever reason. I'm not here to judge him or anybody else who feels stuck. You know, I even told David, I said, you can stay, but you're going to have like 7 years of bad luck. It's not that I was cursing him. It's that when you choose the wrong path, God's going to put you there until you get down to the very bottom, where it's only like death or you reach up to God. I can't help him make a change. My life will be fruitful because I have the promise of God in my life. I am a testimony of God's love, of God's grace, of God's protection and guidance, His discernment, His wisdom, His healing abilities. Now, there was a couple times when, I gave him the high five, and it used to just be like a slap, like a good morning high five. And one time I just grabbed a hold of his hand and he pulled away from me. What does that tell me? It tells me he didn't like my energy. He didn't understand my energy. He didn't know that I'm this pure ball of just love. He had other people talking in his ear, guiding him away from me, promising him something else, somewhere else, better. And he's been doing it for all this time, 3 or 4 years now. And he still keeps coming up empty-handed. And he's saying, I've had so much time invested here. And what's going to happen if I go over there? There's another truth. If you don't trust me, when I tell you, when you've seen what I've told you that comes true, then you don't belong with me. You got to make your decisions with someone else in other ways, because I need somebody who's going to stand by me, stand for me, stand with me, stand in front of me, stand around me, stand behind me, to always look out for me as much as I would look out for you. And, it could be anything. It could be just a friendship. It could be a relationship where, you turn into lovers. It could be just friends. It could be whatever you want it to be. The most important thing is, by God's grace, you will flourish. If you just take God by His hand, the same way you reached out to me, God is reaching out to you, saying, take my hand. Let me take you out of this hell pit that you're stuck in. The choice is always up to you. And I know that God doesn't want me to put my life on hold. I have work to do. If it's not with you, it'll be with someone else. Do I want it to be you? You're my first choice. You were always my first choice. But you didn't recognize it. Or maybe you did, and you thought there were better options. I'm sorry you underestimated me. Maybe I overestimated you. But I don't believe that that's true, that I overestimated you. I just believed in you more than you believed in yourself. And you can change that anytime. That's the end of my reading. For all of you, 144,000, if you're looking for your partner, if you're trying to connect with them, you keep praying, you keep holding on, you keep living your life, you keep being happy, you keep doing for yourself. As you do for yourself, your partner will make changes, maybe a little bit slower, but if you want to hold on and wait, that's totally up to you, but don't live your life stagnant. Enjoy other people, enjoy seeing things, different things around you. Take a little day trip, Spend time away from your house, spend time doing things for yourself. And as you make the changes, you keep changing to the right direction. You keep changing. Your mind, body, and soul is getting better. Your twin flame, it might be slow, but he or she will begin to make their changes as well. And, pray for them to have strength. Pray for them to have discernment. Pray for them to have the wisdom to know what's right for them. And pray for them to know that these people around them don't have a clue of who you really are. They can read about twin flames, but they'll never have those feelings. If they're not twin flamed, if they're not one of the chosen ones that God chose before any of us were born, no one will have that energetic connection with you like you do with your twin flame. And if you're blessed enough to come together, holy cow, God's going to rain down beautiful horizons, beautiful sunsets, beautiful days ahead. And you're going to be able to live your life freely. You're going to be able to tell your story that will produce enough money for generations. Just keep praying about it and have faith. And don't stop living. Don't stop living your life. I hope what I said helps someone. It helped me. It's very therapeutic for me to talk about these things sometimes and to get it off my chest. And I know energetically that David can hear me, and he's going to have to step it up. Or God will bring in the A1, his replacement. That's the way God rolls. He lets you have free will. But you can't just pretend to get on the fence, because God already knows your heart. He knows if your heart is true or not. So, thank you. I feel so much better, and I hope I was able to help someone out there. God bless you all. Have a great day.